Welcome to the Beauty Scientists with Dr. Kristy Hamilton and Dr. Roy Kim. Real beauty without the hype.
What about in device land? Anything new in terms of lasers and other devices? I saw you were posting some things on Instagram that you found.
Yeah, so with lasers, not much new. As you know, wavelength is physics. So a wavelength is a wavelength, and if it helps with hair reduction or a congenital lesion like a birthmark, they have cheaper ones outside the US because they, again, don't have the same regulatory requirements. And frankly, they're just way overpriced in the United States. The second thing was they have cool devices that directly go towards microneedling and radiofrequency. So as you know, there's RF microneedling. Microneedling, you create holes. RF is radiofrequency energy. So when you have these metal rods, these tiny metal needles that create the hole, you zap it with RF energy and it heats up and it gives you a better result. They have handheld devices that do this. So these handheld devices are much smaller than this massive box with a handpiece that we're used to. I think there are like 13 or 14 different companies, including Morpheus and Vivace and Potenza and a bunch of other competitors in the RF microneedling space, but they're all fairly big devices. They have insulated needles, and they claim that they deliver RF like a certain pattern, a certain like strength, blah, blah, blah. To have a handheld device, uninsulated needles, lower energy, but delivering more energy because the needles are uninsulated, and delivering like very good results. I mean, I don't know if I actually believe what I saw in the brochures. It's that impressive.
Wow. I mean, just how much easier than having to like tote around the giant machine on wheels if you have something that you can walk around in your coat pocket, in essence. That is really neat. And again, it speaks to the power of having a broader market, which we get there eventually in the US, but to your earlier point, it's slower here. I saw one of your videos of the handheld radiofrequency microneedling. I was like, that's cool. I like that. Yeah. It makes sense. I can't imagine why that's not an achievable type of device in the US eventually as well.
Yeah, I think there has to be studies done because I know that the other competitors, other companies that exist in the US, I actually got a comment. They tried non-insulated needles or tips and it didn't work very well. The energy was dissipated all over the place. So that's why they went to insulated tips. So if it's handheld with less energy, it still should work in theory. I don't know if it'll work in reality. And I have this other video I should post later today. Same device, slightly bigger, same company. However, it can also inject liquid or filler at the same time. So.
Oh, wow. It's like a skin booster, like into the skin while you're
zapping
it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. It's like two for one. We got everything we like. Holes, micro trauma for collagen stimulation, and then direct injection of all the good stuff. The growth factors, the fillers.
Yeah.
Everything for immediate glow and probably faster recovery too. Because you can kind of get all of the regenerative type topicals directly into the skin. That's
and more consistent. So as you know, with like RF microneedling, it's very consistent because you're having a machine like make the hole and deliver the energy. With Skin Booster, it's harder because you use a device where it's very consistent. But if you're doing it by hand, it's just hard to always have the same depth with 25, 50, 200 shots in the face. These machines do it very efficiently. So I'm looking forward to some of those coming to the United States.
Thank you for joining us on The Beauty Scientists. Be sure to visit thebeautyscientists.com and learn more about modern beauty and connect with Dr. Hamilton and Dr. Kim.